Hello everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life and welcome to my Freeze Friday focus. I guess it's not Friday, but my freeze focus for the month of September. Yeah, we're in September. And it is going to be sequins. Now, I've done a bit of counting and I know I have a few packages in other places. So I'm going to say I have about 120 packages of sequins. That's a lot. I have been on Spiegel Mom Scraps design team 3 separate times. So I signed up, I applied once and was on, and then I stayed over one more term. And then I think that was about over it's 16 to 17, 17 to 18. Yeah, so a 2-year period. Took a little break and then I got back on for this term, and this term has turned into a longer double term, which I love. And I love working with sequins and I love Jody sequins. So I have collected quite the stash and they're all so gorgeous that I want to use them. So yes, my focus for this month is sequins. And I believe that Moira is joining me this month, so you will see her using a bunch of sequins as well. So what I have is in this particular bowl, I have my newest sequins and I keep them there so I make sure that if I am doing a project that's for an actual Spiegel Mom Scraps design team, I go to here first, so then I'm using my most recent sequins and that goes there. Once I'm past, I keep, so I have July and June and July is in here. When I get August, June will go into here, and that's how I work through that. And then I have a little bit of room for a couple more, just a little. I can probably add like 6 more in there and I'm done. So I really need to get through them. Some of them hardly have anything left. Some of them I don't know that I've touched yet. Like it's crazy, but like here's an example. I have this beautiful amethyst, and it is almost done. Like I could do one simple thing and that would be done with. So I definitely want to go ahead and use as much as I can. My goal is to try and make it so that I at least get to like that, like a 1.5 of these. Maybe that would be a good, because that would be like using almost 20 packs of sequins. So I think that's pretty good. So that's going to be one of my goals. And then my other goal that I'd like to get done and focusing in on here is to go ahead and organize them by color, because right now when I'm flipping through trying to find the perfect mix, I'm struggling to find what I want. And so I feel like if I go ahead and do it by color, it would be a lot easier for me. So I'm going to work and scrap through them for the month of September, and then the very last week or so, last couple days, I'm going to go ahead and organize them, and I'll come back to go ahead and show that to you. Now, what are some ways that I can go ahead and work with these? There's a ton of different ways. I use sequins all the time, so you've seen my layouts, and hopefully you're going to see some layouts pop up here. You've seen my layouts where I've done like just used my glue and made a big line and used it as like an element and like the shape of whatever else I'm using it in. I have used it as, instead of like mixed media or on top of mixed media, and then placed a cut file on top of it. That I do with the smaller sequins, not like these big chunky ones, but something like this. That works really, really well on. I have done shaker pockets. Those are super popular. We all do those. They work wonderfully. That's probably the best way to use them when you're trying to use a bunch of them. I have done stitching with like really fun banners of them. There's just so many endless possibilities on how to use them, and I love the girls that I'm teamed up with for this, my fellow sparklers, because they come up with new ideas that I've never even thought of to use them, and I just love it. So there's so many different ways to use them. So versatile. I think they're a fabulous thing to have in your stash, and my goal is not to get rid of sequins and not to have them in my stash. I will always have sequins in my stash. My goal is just to get through what I have and go through them and make them more usable and grab them easier, and just get some more used up on some pages. So you're probably going to see a lot of sparkle this month, which means you're probably going to see a lot of Nora layouts. Not that you can't use sequins on boys, and I do it. but they do tend to be a little bit more on girl layouts than boy layouts for me personally. All right, that is my focus. I can't wait to get started, and I will be back at the end of the month to show you what it looks like. Bye, everyone.